Let's now look at writing effective emails, the essential tools to achieving success in the workplace. We're going to focus on how to write a meaningful subject line. So recipients scan the subject line in order to decide whether to open, to forward, file, or trash a message. Remember, your message is not the only one in your recipient's mailbox. Before you hit send, take a moment to write a subject line that accurately describes the content. So if your subject is blank, if you don't put a subject line in your email, you are sending the message that your name in the from line is all your recipient should need in order to make it a top priority. Now this can come across as being arrogant, or at the very least thoughtless. Take advantage of the opportunity to get your recipient thinking about your message even before opening it. Now if in your subject line you put important, read immediately, what may be important to you may not be important to your reader. Rather than rudely announcing that the secret contents of your message are important, write an informative headline that actually communicates at least the core of what you feel is important. For example, emergency, all cars in the lower parking lot will be towed in 1 hour. Here are some additional tips when filling in the subject line. So if you fill in quick question within your subject line, well, the thing to consider is if the question is quick, why not just ask it in the subject line? This subject line is hardly useful. Also, if you put in the subject field, follow up about Friday, well, it's fractionally better, but provided that the recipient remembers why a follow-up was necessary. Another example is if you put in that file you requested within the subject field. Well, if you're confident your recipient will recognize your email address and really is expecting a file from you, then this would be fine. But keep in mind that many email providers get scads of virus-laden spam with vague titles like this. The more specific you are, the more likely your recipient's spam blocker will let your message through. So finally, here's a great example of effective use of the subject field. If you put in your subject field, 10 confirmed for Friday, ... Will we need a larger room? ? Upon reading this revised, informative subject line, the recipient immediately starts thinking about the size of the room, not about whether it will be worth it to open the email or not.